Akosiadoma, like you already know, and today we have with us here the indomitable, right? I don't know if that's even a correct English, but we have with us here the very incredible Buzstopboys, and today's conversation, I know, will be very, very inspiring, and it will be so it'll be something. There'll be something for everybody to learn at the end of the day, right? And I've come to know them as Kojo and then Yao. And I'm so happy to have you here. Very, very handsome gentleman. All right. So tell us a little bit about yourself, Yo.
Yeah, so I'm Kuju Safo, Hiniba Kuju Safo. I love history. I love African, anything African, anything black. Because as a student of history, I know we are great people. We are not any of the things they tell you about we being inferior. No, we are the originality and the first people, like the planet belongs to us.
Hey.
So yeah,
Okay.
that's how to read about us. When you read about us as Africans, it inspire you to keep pushing and know that no, some of our ancestors have done it before, so you can also do the same. So just a little bit about myself. That's what I like.
Beautiful. And Kojo, Yao.
Yeah,
Kojo,
Kujo,
Yao.
So I am James Nanaya Osafo.
Okay.
Yes, I'm a pure Ghanaian. I love to be a Ghanaian. Yeah. Well, like I completed Adisador College
Wow, beautiful.
and I went to UPSA. That's all. And I'm proudly to be a Buzstopboy.
Beautiful. Thank you for saying Buzstopboy, right?
Eh,
So what inspired the name Buzstopboys? Because I was looking at what you do. I'm like, so what really inspired you to name this whole initiative Buzstopboys? Who came up with the name?
Well, I came up with the name.
You came up with the name.
But the
What
name,
inspired
the
you?
name came by itself because
Okay.
the whole story from how it started was me going to the beach all the time and see a lot of debris, debris, trash bag, like filth in the water. And I'm saddened by that because I know we are a product of nature. You can't take nature out of the equation, and if you take nature out of the equation, there will be no us because everything that's making this life beautiful, from the beautiful girls to the beautiful car, everything is because there's environment or there's nature to make it a reality. So I tend to love nature. So when I see that in the sea, it saddens my spirit, and I wanted an end game to, trash in the sea. So that was when I realized a heavy downpour of rain, it washes the field from the communities to the sea. So to be able to solve the problem, then we must do something like an inland cleaning to raise awareness in the communities, for the communities to understand that they need to stay clean. So when the communities are clean, it will rain 100 years and still the water that around to the sea will be clean. So one fine day I go to the sea as usual because I love going to the beach, and the thing just dropped into my spirit like go and do Buzstopboys. So it's not like I thought about the name, but I just arranged the letters in BUZSTOPBOYS. But the name itself came originally. But then the story to add up to the name is the fact that we wanted to send a message. We know we can't do it all, but we are raising awareness. And to be able to reach out to everybody to know that the environment is us and we cannot separate ourselves from the environment, then we need a name that will resonate with everybody. And whether rich or poor, everybody knows what a bus stops look like. So Buzstopboys. So when you hear Buzstopboy, it will trigger your conscience to go and check what exactly is Buzstopboys. Then you come and we tell you the environment is you. Don't destroy it. Help us, protect the environment. And in the end, we protect ourselves.
Beautiful. And how did you guys get to know each other? Have you known each other since childhood? Or you guys have been neighborhood friends? Or you guys are cousins? Which? Yes, yeah.
so we've actually known each other for about 30 years now. We do have a group called Team Brothers.
Team Brothers.
Team Brothers.
Team Brothers.
Yes,
Okay.
it's just some young guys who want to, achieve something in life. And yes, so 13 years ago, yes, that's where we've known each other. But mostly, we go to the same church, Safo. So that's why you can see the name is Safo.
Okay.
And we've known each other for some time now. And I think he actually came to my place. That was last year, and described the dream, then everything to me. So I actually didn't think about it, or I didn't even think twice. I just gave in, and I decided to support that. So
Okay, so you were saying something. So how long has Buzstopboys been running?
1 year was exactly July last year. Hey, this year July. I've thought you are already
yeah, yeah.
Wow.
my
So
mind we are 2025. July last year.
wow, that's nice. So you've been in existence for less than 2 years.
Yeah,
Oh, you've done so much.
A
yes,
lot,
because
a lot.
you needed to. Because I feel like this is 21st century, and with the advancement of technology and AI, some of the things should not be happening in the first place.
Wow.
Why should we sit back as a country 50, 67 years after independence and we talk about flooding on a yearly basis? No. So we need to up our game, and the reason, our another reason is the fact that we as citizens, we don't dream big. So I know we don't get leadership doing big things for us because we feel like, oh, here need a trial. No, we should dream big. We are unlimited beings. We are here to explore. So if China is doing it and Rwanda is doing it, then we can also do same. So yes, we in short time, but we need to push and to push to prove to everybody watching that yes, we can be the cleanest city, the cleanest country in the whole world. It starts with
Do you
you.
think that's achievable?
Yeah, very, very
Very
You
achievable.
think
achievable.
It's very, very
Very
achievable. It
achievable.
starts
Ghana
with you.
can be?
Yes.
Because one time, right, I was walking in my neighborhood. I'm not saying this on camera because I want to like be like, oh, Akusa doesn't litter. But honestly, me, I don't litter. And there's this kid who was working with a younger brother. Like they've closed from school. She's older than them, but they're both students, right? And I had taken water. I was drinking water from the pure water sachet. When I was done, I placed it like by the side of my bag, right? Because I didn't want to throw it around. And this kid is coming with the younger brother, and they are both eating something. She's done and she throws it away, and the brother is still holding on to what he has. And he takes it from his hand and then she throws it away, like in the bush, right? And I'm like, okay, everything in me was telling me that I should just stop this small kids and just teach them something, let them know, say, no, they shouldn't be lecturing, right? But the Ghanaian in me was like, "Ah, let me just pass by and go." Because I was like, okay, what do I take at like what can I achieve in this instance? Because there's something that is ingrained in the person. Like this kid doesn't see absolutely anything wrong with the fact that she has thrown like rubber away. What do you think the issue is? How do we solve the issue of like people littering? Is it from the or like the teaching the elders, like the older people, to teach the kids, or we should just leave the older people because the older people are old, they are not going to change, and we should rather inculcate it in our educational system. Because when I was in school, right, aside seeing textbook that would say don't litter, my teachers were not like and like it wasn't something that was enforced so hard in school, so it wasn't anything that I would be like, oh, my teacher
But
said we
but
shouldn't do this.
but rather they were enforcing don't speak vernacular.
Yeah, don't speak
If you speak
vernacular.
vernacular,
You pay 50
up
plus
to now,
500.
Medeka was
I told you, like we had this girl, Abigail. Abigail, I've mentioned her name on camera. I have my friend. She was in charge of taking money. Then times it was 500, right? The round golden coin one, yes. So you pay 500 to Abigail anytime you are caught speaking tree in school. But when it came to throwing, because we are students, at the end of the day, we'll close from school and there'll still be like rubbish all in the classroom, on the compound, and all that. So, how do you solve this issue of lecturing?
I think we should begin to tell people the truth. And the truth is, you are the environment, I am the environment. Your relevance on this planet is because of the environment. So if you litter or you destroy the environment, don't think you are doing anything to harm anybody. You are harming yourself. You got think of it in an environment where there are no trees. You won't get oxygen to breathe. Now look at it again in an environment without trees. Where is the food going to come from? Look at it again with an environment with a lot of plastic. Still, there's going to be hunger. There's going to be famine. So when we begin to tell people that the environment is the reason why you are relevant, then there's a need for you to protect your source.
So, I just want to ask this, right? When it comes to training or desensitizing or sensitizing the nation about the need for cleanliness, the need for us to keep our communities clean, where do you think the root causes? Where do we attack? Are we going to attack the little kids that are now coming, right? We will just accept defeat and say that, you know what, the older generation, they are old. There's absolutely nothing we can do to change their minds. This is it, right? And we just concentrate on the educational curriculum. Because I mean, growing up, we didn't really have a lot of programs, right, that instilled the fact that I shouldn't be throwing rubbers away. I shouldn't be throwing rubbish around, right? Even when it comes to school, right? It wasn't anything that was so strictly enforced by the school that I attended, right? Because you see school children who are still walking around and they're still throwing rubbish around, like, and they're the ones, same people who are going to grow up, right? So are we going to channel our energy to children so that when they grow up, it still becomes part and parcel of them? Or we should rather teach the grown-ups who are already grown and then they get to teach the children?
Okay, so I said they wanted the no woman in court. The elders, they are elders. Forget about them. In the for 10 years from now, a lot of the elder people today won't be there because some are 90 already. But then 10 years today, child will be 20. So if we install some, some love for the environment in those ones, they will be a better, Ghanaians than all of us. So there's a need for us to go back to the basics, like kindergarten and all of those. Begin to tell the kids that the only thing, whether you believe on God or not, without the tree, there is no oxygen. That is how important the environment is to your survival. Whether you believe in God or not, without a fertile land, you get food to eat. There is no longer the time in the Bible where manna is raining. No manna is raining this time. We need to plant and harvest. So the single plastic you dropped in the environment thinking it is nothing, it doesn't end where you drop it. It's going to wash to the sea and eventually go and kill aquatic lives or even makes fishing very difficult because now presently in Jamestown, they go to sea and they fish plastics. This is the result of one person dropping plastics here and there, here and there. The rainfall, it runs into, no, first of all, the air will blow into the gutters. Rain will come and wash them to the sea. So when you are destroying the environment, dropping any single plastic anywhere, remember in the future, if you don't get fish to chew, it's because you are destroying or you caused it. So when we begin to explain to people that, yes, from head to toe is the environment making everything possible. The clothing is coming from the environment. The shoe, everything. There is no way you can say you have a beautiful mansion in space. No, it must be on land. And we are 70% water. The universe is 70% water. That simply means that you are just a smaller version or portion of the same universe. That is why you eat and you must urinate. You eat and you must go to private. Everybody is doing same. If you go to the animal kingdom, they are doing the same thing. But the only difference between we humans and the animals is our ability to think and solve problems. So if you are no longer solving problems and we are adding up to problems, then philosophy will tell you that you are behaving like an animal because that's the only clear difference between us and the animal. Aside from that, they also have their own way vehicles that they drive. They have luxurious lives that they live. So we humans and the animals are same. And it's sad today, if you look at the human settlement, you find a lot of dirty places around there. But go to the forest and you don't get to see. So we are one way or the other drifting from the purpose of this life. The whole purpose of this life is to make this place a better place for those who come after us. So don't be selfish. Don't throw plastic anywhere, anyhow. Especially our mothers. Our mothers will pick trash. Some of them will pick trash. They say that it's raining and then they'll go and pour it in it. Forgetting that it's washing all the way to somebody to hurt another person there. And the Bible says that shall not kill. But you are killing by throwing plastics anywhere, anyhow. If you don't kill human today, you might kill human in the next 20 or 30 years, or you might even end up killing other habitants who lives in the soil and who lives in the water body. So let's begin to tell people the truth that if we take the environment out of the equation, there is no us. We are because of the environment. I believe when we understand it from that perspective, then we begin to act, we will begin to take very serious precautions or we take very good care of every trash that we generate, whether at home level or even on the streets. Because when we become aware of what happens to our trash, then that means or not, the brain is at work, knowing that I'm the environment. So whether that's me or not, I must find a way of sending it home. Like the case you did mention, imagine they understand it from that angle. Then they will have to take it home. But to them, let's throw it here and go. It's just one single plastic. So we need to, as teachers, as parents especially, we need to sit our children down, break down some of these life, rules and things that is making the life beautiful before we let them into the system for the system to also influence them. So if you have a deviant student or a deviant child on the street, then there has been a failed parenting. The parents some ways and have failed. Because if you don't tell your child what he or she needs to know, you can't fault society for shaping them what you don't intend for your child to know. So let's preach the truth to our people. And we also should begin to understand that in all that we do, we cannot live forever. Some people will come after us. So let's not be selfish. Let's protect the little that we have for those who come.
So y'all tell me, what are some initiatives you think the government can do to help reduce pollution in our communities?
So, first of all, education about proper sanitation. You know, the importance of sanitation, the benefits that, you know, in future it will actually help us. Because if you go to our education systems, you can see, as you said, you only see don't later in the books. But the teacher actually don't, you understand, they actually don't talk about it in schools. So if the government can channel some energy there, it will actually help. And another one too I will talk about is law enforcement. Why am I saying that? When we were kids, you could hear of town council, town council, town council. They actually come around your homes, you know, your workplace, to see that if you've actually dirtied the place, or you know, they mostly check our gutters, our backyards, and all that. But today, what do we see? We see those town council people on road arresting, or let me say catching cars, and doing all sorts of things not relating to sanitation. And imagine the government enforces this sanitation laws or like anything like that. I believe the woman that threw rubbish into the gutter when it was raining should be jailed for about 10 years. Yes, yes. You see, today we heard something. No, today I heard something about the fact that by the year 2020, 2056 or 2050, the plastics that will be in the ocean will be like 10 times today.
10 times the number of fishes in the sea.
Thank you very much. So like meaning there is no
Yes.
way. Meaning
2050,
yes,
and it's not like it's even that far because now in Jamestown they are fishing plastics.
yes.
No, but 2050 is like tomorrow next though. No, but 2050 I'll still be alive. Wow.
Yeah, because meaning there is no way we will be getting those amane, those fishes, those red fishes, or like those kind of fishes to eat. Anytime we will be seeing plastics.
So why don't we recycle? Like, do you know my mother, right? Has never heard of anything called recycle. Like it's true. I know recycle. The reason why I know recycle is because I watch a lot of horror movies and it would always bring something about recycle. And I follow all these Western influencers and celebrities, and they'll bring up recycle and save our earth
But you know what the
zero
problem is? We cannot fault your mother for not knowing about racism.
That's what I'm saying. Like she's never heard of it before.
Because we as Africans, we don't really believe in these plastic stuffs. You go to our villages and we are using, the plantain. These are how we package our things. So these are things that when they go back to the environment, it decay. So to us, plastic is an alien to our system. So those who thought of bringing us plastics should have also thought of educating the people about the other things that will happen with the plastics, so that our mothers will no longer be interested in drinking the water. But before the plastics becomes, a general, goods or general something for anybody to use, the education should have first been into the system to tell people that yes, now we are going to produce water in something we call plastic. But this plastic, after drinking, don't throw it away. The education must travel even before the water starts coming into the system. But clearly, somebody knows this truth, but they are not hammering on it. Yes, because probably they have the opportunity to experience other lives. Is this Ghana begins or get destroyed. That is why it is important for you and I as young people who will be alive by 2056 to see 10 times or 20 times plastics more than fishes, to step our feet today and stop following unnecessary people, stop following unnecessary trend, and begin to talk about things like plastics. Because whether you talk about it today in the name of I don't care, you'll be there in 2056. And then when the issue gets real or it gets hard,
It will affect us.
it will be affected.
Yeah.
So I am looking at those same people who came about with the Galamsey must stop. If you can organize the same people to also say that end or ban single-use plastics, because this is our future. It's not only Galamsey. Galamsey can stop today and plastic will kill us tomorrow. So we should be interested in championing causes that will secure an environment. And if those who organize the Galamsey must stop are really people who cares about the environment, then Buzstopboys, we are daring you guys. Let's organize banned single-use plastics demo for 3 days, because whether you like it or not, plastics is going to kill us one day.
And I will say, you see, I don't want to do the blame game thing. You understand? But people who have really traveled outside this country a lot is the politicians, or let me say the government. And these people see the good things that wherever they go, they do. Trying to, bring whatever they do there here. Because I would say we mostly copy them. But at least you could see that every single day there is compactor or bolaka on the road every single day, every single hour or minute or anything like that. But here in Ghana, what do you see?
We all watch Chini Jonas.
Yes, yes.
And as a matter of fact, 1 minute we are
Yeah,
Bolaka. And we see, even if
yes.
we can say he's lying, but we saw the video.
Yes.
And truly Bolaka. So leadership has enjoyed these countries. Why can't we do same? And it runs back to the question: the people in the country are dreaming, smaller. We are not craving for greatness. So leadership also serve us like kids. We should begin to tell them that we are not interested in building us, toilet or building us.
I mean,
No, come on, this is 21st century. You have been in UK, you've been in Canada, you've been to Rwanda. You see what is happening. Why do you come back home and make us feel like we don't deserve better? We deserve better. That is why we are saying we are no longer going to focus on what leadership can do for us. Because if we expect, it might never happen. Because 67 years after independence, I'll never sit back and expect any politician to do something for me. I'll step in and begin to create that thing myself. Because in the end, whether I step in to create or not, I will never live forever. I will die anyway. So I believe in trying to help than to sit back. In either equation you still die anyway, because if Atamos is gone and Papa J is gone and all of them are going, that means we are all in the process of going. We will soon be out. So what are you doing? Let's solve the problem. Let's try solving.
Yes.
Let's raise 10,000 youth to begin to say that we are going to champion the wellness of our environment. And if we have 1 million youth saying we are for the environment, we will automatically force any leadership, any government to begin to make policies that will protect the environment. They are not doing it. They don't care. You go to our bus stops and it's full of trash, which I call the baller stops, because you are not talking about it. Yeah. You go to these places, stand there, take buses and you go. But you don't talk about it because you are not getting to understand that when there's anything field outbreak, cholera, malaria, or those things, you pick them from the bus stops. And your leadership don't go to the bus stops. They don't get to see it. So I'll be very proud to go on social media and see tens of thousands of, Ghanaians posting trash they saw at various bus stops. Then we tag the ministry. Then with one voice, you can call out the Ministry of Sanitation to action. But now if you leave it to Buzstopboys, they will single us out and call us names. Yeah. But we mean positive. But we can only get that power, get that voice when you as youth to begin to understand that 2056 is not far from here. And whether you like it or not, if we don't do anything now, we are going to fish plastics. We cannot eat also.
Thank you so much. I'm going to prove that when we say that the education is not there, it's very true. When you were saying something, you said something about we should ban the use of single-use plastic. I can tell you that some of you listen and now go and Google, what is even single-use plastic?
Okay. So single-use plastics are plastic that cannot be recycled. For example, polythene bag, takeaway. Takeaway can be banned so that we encourage people to buy, let's say, a material bag, a big one. Anytime you are going to market, take that one, send it to the market. Let's put your foodstuffs in there. If you are going to buy water, don't go empty hand. Pick a basket from your house, go and buy water, so that the water seller too doesn't get or doesn't is not forced to put them in single-use plastics for you. So plastics that are not recyclable, like the straw, all of those one, what's the name? Disposable cups, they are all single-use plastics. They cannot be used for anything else. So those ones we can place a complete ban on them. Then we allow plastics bottles like those ones that can be recycled into the system. So our rubber bowls will still be there. Our water bottles will still be there because those ones are recyclable. Then we can also push in a lot of resources, a lot of entrepreneurs into recycling. You know the reason why things are cheaper in China? No. Because everything is baller.
Yeah, everything.
Everything you buy from China, the Chinese start when we were in a meeting with one Chinese man who was saying that the only reason they have cheap things to sell is because everything they are selling for you is baller. They pick your trash and they recycle it. So you wear a dress, you think that is the end product. The Chinese will pick your dress, your baller, recycle it, and then come and sell it back to you. So the only reason they have a lot of cheap things in China is because they are focusing largely on the waste and they are turning the waste into amazing things and selling it back to you. We can do same. It's not like our leaders don't know. They know. But it's because I keep pointing to the fact that you, because it is only you in the equation that make the equation balance. Imagine politics without people. Yeah. It makes no sense. So at every point in time, you are the final thing that makes everything relevant. So don't take yourself for granted. Demand better. Demand better. Singapore was a baby, but now Singapore is doing well. Rwanda was a baby, but Rwanda is now doing well because they demanded better and they got leadership to also listen to them and give them what they want. We can do same.
Do you know if you go to the Western world, which I would say Ghanaian or Ghana, we actually copying them. Yeah. If you go to the market or you go to the shop or the mall or anything, and you actually come with bare hands, as in you want to buy something, the rubber that they will give it to you or the bag that they will give it to you, you actually pay for it.
And it's expensive.
Yes.
So when you go with your bag,
yes. You understand? So like it's like we are copying blindly. You understand? The good things that will actually protect us in the future, we've actually
Yeah, I can tell you that it's purely lack of education. Look, I have a provision shop right opposite my house, and sometimes I just go and buy a tin of milk, just a tin of milk. And the moment it's a kid who is there, the moment she takes a tin of milk like this, the next thing she will do is to pick up. I'm like, this is my house. You don't need to put this in a rubber bag for me. Just put it in my hand and let me go to my house. No.
The program is that if she gives it to you raw, you might not see the
yes, it will be disrespectful. People actually get pissed because like, I've bought something. Why haven't you put it in a rubber for me? You have to put it in a rubber for me. And you can hold it like 5 times. Like, okay, I'm going to buy a tin of milk. 1, put it in rubber. 1, you get to the house. Okay, oh, I forgot to buy sugar and granules. You go, they'll put another rubber for you. You come back. Oh, I forgot to buy I don't know, egg. It could be just 1 egg and they'll put another rubber for you. And before you realize, you go to the shop like 5 times and you're coming back with unreusable, non-reusable rubber bags.
So we see, we should be Ghanaian. If not, I tell you honestly, in 20 years, all the big men you see today won't be there, and the youth will chew ourselves.
Yeah. And you think that, oh, I don't care because if anything, if push comes to shove me, I'll just be out of this country. Is the lie.
Trump is sacking them soon.
Exactly. It's a lie because at the end of the day, this is your home. Even if you're not here, your cousin will be here. Your niece will be here. Your brother will be here. And this is a place that we, like I said, this is where we call our home. And we have to be very, very, very intentional in making sure that we protect it. Look at when this Galamsey started, right? And then our waters were getting polluted. I remember my mom going to the village and she came back. She was like, hey, my mom is, I don't know where, Brim. I don't even anybody knows like Brim. She's like, hey, like I went to the village to like, she said it's in a local dialect. I'll say it's in English because then not everybody will be able to understand. She's like, hey, I went to Brim and the water is no good. You can't even drink it. It's brown. I promise you, Kojo, like when she said it, it felt so far. Like it felt so far off. Like when she said it, it just entered my ear and it came out because what's the size of brain anyway? And plus, exactly, and plus it doesn't affect me. Till like we are here in Accra and our water started getting. The last I was telling my mom that look, this water looks like it's not brown or anything, but I can literally start smelling the say like chemicals are actually in this water because whatever that they are adding to clean this water, they are increasing the volume just to make sure the water is getting
And
clean.
you know the funny thing is when cyanide or mercury gets into the environment, it takes a while, 100 years, a
100
decade
years. Yes.
before it gets. Not that one 7 years doesn't go out
100 years.
completely,
So
but
that's like a century,
all of us will be dead by
right?
then. So
Before what?
before the
Yes.
cyanide that enters the waters can go back to its natural state, it
Yes.
lasts for almost a decade, 100 years,
No.
and
So
over.
the harm that has been
100
A
caused.
years,
century,
a
sorry,
century.
a
Yes.
century.
So the harm
Yeah.
that has been caused.
Even if they stop the
Yes.
galamsey today, the
We have
cyanide
to.
in the waters will go after a century, 100 solid years
Yes.
after. And then that is why today we are having children with 4 eyes and all of that. So we are deforming babies. We are murdering people in the name of we want money.
We
But
want money.
what
What
happens
will
to
it
money
now?
when there is no food, when there is no water? Will you chew the dollar?
No.
So we should begin to tell ourselves the truth. The things that we need to survive on this planet. Money is not part of it. We need air, we need oxygen or air, we need food, and we need water. These are the things that we need to survive. Money is not part of it. And all the things that we need to survive, nature has made it, created it in abundance. So there's abundance of air, water, there's abundance of land. These are the things that we need to survive. But we have been allowed to be brainwashed into thinking that the wealthiest man must have a lot of papers labeled money.
Yeah.
What
When
was
the
the essence
last
of all
man
of that?
dies, that's when you realize that you can't use
Yes.
the money that
So
you
we
have.
should be, especially our daddies, the church pastors, and all of those. We begged all of them. They should begin to tell the people that, in all that we do, cleanliness is next to
This is actually
godliness.
a sermon, right? Like this is I could promise you that we could line up like 10 pastors on a Sunday and nobody is going to come up with a sermon that includes the importance of making sure that our environment is clean. No, 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 no. We can do a random tour, right? And we can just do a random survey on a Sunday
Go to about
and go to about 50 times. I can promise you that nobody is talking about the impact that we are creating in our environment. That is, and Ghana here, right? We don't play with our spirituality. So I can tell you that wherever that you are looking for somebody that you can't find them, if you go to church, that one way or the other, that person will be there. We have millions of people who are attending church religiously every Sunday. And that will be a very good place for us to let them know that no, you can't sell your life just because of money. And at the end of the day, the basic things like air, like water, like your food, you're not caring about it. You're just putting everything and anything anyhow. You know the funny thing, all this campaign that is going on, nobody has taken to even take the time to say that what is this government saying about like the environment? Like nobody goes to the you go and stand in a campaign podium and be like, when I come, I'm going to do this and I'll make sure that I'll be banning single-use plastics and no. Everybody is talking about and I'll do the roads and I'll do this. But what's your plan? Right? What's your plan for our environment that we live in?
But you know that even as our leadership or politicians are always about the economy. If you build a sanitation system neatly and well maintained, it changes the economy because investors are automatically attracted.
Yeah.
Today, I'm sure a lot of people will not like to build or even come to Ghana because they saw a Chinese business at the Accra, no, Ashama before you join the motorway, which got flooded.
Yeah,
The whole
China
basement
Mall.
was flooded.
Yeah.
It automatically deter investors. They begin to
Yeah.
go away. So if I'm an investor today and I look at Ghana, I look at Rwanda, I'll go to Rwanda because if not for anything, I'm rest assured that the environment is serene and is clean for business.
Yeah.
So leadership should begin to also look at making the environment just clean and see the whole happen. Because like we are saying, cleanness attracts godliness. So when we keep ourselves clean as a people, we get attracted to godliness and our children will get a lot of inspirations, a lot of, to do a lot of things. We'll go away.
Be around. You know, this year we didn't hear of anything like cholera outbreak.
Is there? No.
No, I was actually talking to I was having you know when it happens and then the news is like everywhere and all that. Oh, there's this cholera outbreak. And this nurse was telling me that it actually stemmed from COVID, when we actually went out telling people that you have to wash your hands. And a lot more people started taking washing your hands seriously. So we didn't see, because I have a family, my cousin, this is not far off, my own cousin. I've had a cousin who is passed on because of cholera. In this our current, this was like about 2 or 3 years ago, right? In this, when cholera shouldn't be killing people, and I had a cousin that passed on, and it wasn't because of anything. Was it COVID came in and killed him? COVID came in and killed him. And what was it? It was cholera. It was filth, right? So I really, really understand when they say that, yes, like we have to keep our environment clean. I've been in like environments or in spaces where these are being thrown about, and people leave, and it's so like it's it's bounced back, whatever that you said, right? At the end of the day, what are you talking about? What we are talking about is that, like what our brother Kojo here said, the rubber that you are throwing away, at the end of the day, is killing people. You think that at the end of the day, when June, July comes and there's flood, and you're like, oh, flood happened, and then 5 people were carried away and 5 people are dead. And you think you stay in your house and it's nothing that concerns you. You actually contributed to their death if you don't know. If you are throwing around rubbers left, right, center, you see that water is drizzling small. You carry all the rubbish from your house, come and put it in a gutter, and at the end of the day, it's choked, and you're living somewhere like, these people are so dirty because the gutter is choked. You don't know that it's the rubbish that came all the way from your house, and at the end of the day, it's actually contributing to the places getting choked and floods happening and whatnot. We have to do better. And like what Kojo said, we get the leaders that we deserve. It's the leaders come right out of us. So they go there and they don't really do anything different, because like what he was saying, as youth, we are dreaming very, very small. A party comes into power, and what do they do? Oh, we're able to build a lavatory in this village or in this town, and we should clap for them. The reason we are clapping for them is because you've not given them anything bigger for them to do for you, right? We have to be able to hold our leaders responsible, especially when it comes to our environment. And like what you said, the environment is cleaner. At the end of the day, it attracts even more people. It attracts more tourists to come experience your town. But if they come and the place is dirty and what's not, all they'll say that I went to Ghana, it's so overhyped. Everywhere is dirty. Even our beloved East Legon is also becoming, it's not becoming dirty, it's already dirty. It's already dirty. It's already dirty and nobody is doing it. We are doing it. So at the end of the day, I think this is why, as Aquaba app, we took so much interest in this. That your excuse is what? That, oh, I'm busy. We are saying that this December, we know that you will take some time off work. We know that there will be some break at work. Let's take it very serious. Let's join the Buzstopboys, right? There are so many initiatives that they have going on, and that you find on the Aquaba app, right? Just join. If it's a time that you have to volunteer, volunteer. If it's resources that you have to give them, give them. If it's money that you want to donate to them, our platform has made it such a way that you can actually donate this money to go straight to them, and we can make so much impact. There's so much education that has to go on, right? It's not always going to be maybe we are standing out and we are cleaning, but we have to start going into schools, like what you're saying. Come. You need money for that, don't you? Exactly, you need money for that. And maybe you don't have the time to actually join them to go to the schools, but you can donate your money for this awesome initiatives, right? So what are some of the initiatives that you have going on?
Lightening up the city, that is also using volunteerism to solicit for street lights, solar, because we always talk about doom so, but nature has given us a lot of sunshine. What are we using the sun for? So let's go into solar. Let's put solar on our streets, whether doom or no doom so, the streets there always be light. This is to mitigate, all of those things that are happening in the dark. Let's do things that will secure our future, because this guy sits here. There was a history of one UPSS student stabbed. Yeah, this guy is his friend. He's a friend to this guy. So just imagine We are losing our friends because of things like darkness on the streets. We are losing our friends because of flooding, and we can help to make
And
our
I'm losing
friends
my
live.
car because of cholera. Why?
Why? Cholera.
Oh yes.
We can rise up and actually expand and extend the lifespan of our friends by making sure that collectively, if I sit here, if we get 1 million Ghanaians giving us one city, that's 1 million Ghana cities. And do you know what that can do?
Plenty.
That can even shake the politician more than anything.
Yeah.
I have a 1 million Ghana cities and I say I'm a volunteer, I'm fixing street light. Eventually they will know that you don't have to fix street light and expect people to vote for you, because that is nothing. We are fixing street lights, and then we see another person who wants to be a parliamentarian fixing same street lights and then placing his banner on it to say that,
Yes.
no, come
Yes.
on,
Be like, we deserve better this one.
we should
This one we
stop.
are doing to ourselves. Say
We
something
should,
better.
yes, because you can't buy me to say that vote for me because I'm fixing street light. I also fix street light. But if the moment you begin to do well for yourself, anybody that approaches you will also make sure he's coming on well.
Yeah.
So as people, we should see ourselves as big people, so that when politicians come to us, they'll be telling us amazing things that the Chinese is doing, amazing things that is happening anywhere in the world, so that they stop taking us for granted.
Yeah.
We need to up our game. We need to reason high. We need to aim high, so that whoever comes to us will also see us as not people who will take 50 Ghana and vote. We deserve better.
And the green
Yes, and
thing.
a greening. You're also doing
Yeah.
greening. It saddens my heart. As again in 21st century, and I drive from motorway extension all the way to Malam Junction. I don't get to see a well-flowered median and all of that.
Everybody builds their house, and the first thing is that cut off every tree man can find. It is going to overshadow my house, or it will bring mosquitoes.
And do you know? I think recently, I just learned something from EPA. They do have a law that says if you cut one tree, you have to plant three.
It's not there.
They don't enforce it.
And and
You
and
know, like
and it's
Ghanaians
funny that
really
we actually can.
like putting things on paper, and they won't enforce it, so that it looks like they are doing something. They don't enforce it.
And because of the way we are cutting trees lately, that's why we are dying early. Because neem tree, for example, if you sit under neem tree, the kind of energy, the air that even blows around you, it gives you expand your life.
Really?
Yes, but we are cutting them.
They said it's giving mosquitoes.
Ah,
They said why
that's the
mosquitoes
problem.
are in that area. It's because of all the new trees. So yes.
Meanwhile, their gutters are choked, and they want to blame neem tree for
Yeah,
mosquitoes.
new tree for the mosquitoes.
But we've
Wow.
done one project when it comes to green at Nyameche. We've planted some green grass. We are hoping it'll come out nicely so that people will see the outcome.
Yeah, that's beautiful. I think at the end of the day, we just have to keep talking. We have to keep talking. I really love someone is like, oh, stop galamsey. It was done in Accra, you should go there. I'm like, you have no idea the kind of awareness it has brought, right? It has brought so much awareness. And the moment people start thinking about something, people start talking about something, I believe that at the end of the day, there would be some results in like um, the number of licenses that are given out for mining. Every single corner has been given a license for mining, right? So maybe when we start talking about this more, not maybe, definitely, when we start talking about this more and we start letting people know the impact that it is having, we'll definitely see some results.
You see, everything starts from us. It starts from you. You understand? So,
1,000%.
so like yes, you have to. So next time, that person will actually remember what happened the other day,
Okay.
and
It's true.
yes,
It's
yes.
true.
There is okay, fine. There is this you see about this copying thing. We do copy, but as I said, we always copy blindly on all that because if things are actually correct in this country, like you'll be arrested. Yes, in other country, when you go to the Western world, like you will be arrested for like actually seeing something that's wrong.
That's wrong. I mean, not
That's
seeing
yes.
anything.
There is this one who came to our location one day and was like, the cleanest country is, I think, is it
Singapore.
no, Finland, or there is
Oh,
one
okay.
one country be like that. And he was like, if maybe there is a rubbish here. Maybe Kwejo actually places down there, or no one actually places down there. And we three, no one even had the sense of humor to actually take it. If they come, they will actually jail us.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3. I mean, if they come in and they were like, oh, I want to know we need to Rebecca Senya, Rebecca Senya, you know, and then the movie inside me.
It's like you come and there's a dead body lying down there. It's the same crime anyway.
We have to be in charge of this country. We have to be in charge of our lives.
We start from where we are, right? I've learned so much. So the next time, if you see me and throw rubbish away, I promise you, I'll tell you to pick it up. I'll let you pick it up, right? So I mean, I've learned so much, and thank you so much. So you're saying that you have two main initiatives going on right now.
Yeah, basically, I say cleaning, greening, and lightening up the city.
Okay, so that's
So,
three. So
yeah.
cleaning, greening, and lighting,
And the education part
and
too.
education part as well. So
Roma
that's
Kola,
wonderful.
school kids. Yesterday, 3 days ago, like this, we did one with the school kids.
Wow.
The median where it was kind of bushy, we cleared, and after we let them pick all the plastics.
Charlie, you guys are the real heroes, so you guys are the real. You should be doing banner like put your pictures. If you see any politician banner, you just go pull it out and you put your picture there. Because that's like honestly, because this you are helping save our communities. You're helping save our environment. And thank you so much. Thank you, Charlie. It's such an amazing initiative that you've taken up, and kudos to you. And we are employing everybody, you're encouraging everybody out there that's in this season, right? This season and beyond, because this is something that we have to do, not just now, but and beyond. We are supporting Buzstopboys. On our platform, you can donate your money. You can sign up to volunteer. That's you donating your time. You can use, as a creator, right, as an influencer, you can use a platform to push initiatives like this. It's okay, I'll end it. Push initiatives like this, right? And at the end of the day, there is so much that we can help to accomplish in a very short span. I have been so motivated. I have learned so much. Stop throwing rubbish away. It's not nice. It's not sexy. Stop it. And let's help make our community a very clean and a very healthy place. Thank you so much. Please share your last words too. That's my last word.
But my last words are: arise, Ghana youth, for your country. Your nation demands your devotion. And then I'll come back to the national anthem that says, "To be bold and defend the good name of Ghana." You see, we have all taken an oath or a vow to protect Ghana. As long as you've been in the classroom before, or if you have ever sang the national anthem before, those words are actually a vow that we are giving our word to the environment, to Ghana, to safeguard and protect Ghana. So be Ghanaian and remember that we are here to protect Ghana. You see, I would like to give a scenario. If you look at cancer, cancer basically means that your body, that is the white blood cells that is supposed to protect your body, are fighting against you. So cancer is very deadly to treat. Now look at Galamsey and look at us. We are the cancer to the planet because we are here supposed to guide the planet and protect it. Now we are using Galamsey and plastics to attack the planet. So if you get cancer, remember the universe is telling you, instead of you protecting me, you are harming me. So the universe also designs a disease to replicate exactly what you are doing to her or to the universe, to tell you that you are harming me and I'm telling you, because you and me are the same thing. Jesus says, I and my father are one. So you and the environment are one. So when you destroy the environment find a disease that is a look-alike of the same disease to tell you or to caution you. We should be very careful and very clean, because even the sea doesn't want that. That is why all the trash we push inside there, it washes them back. It's a language telling you that the sea says it is clean, it deserves cleanliness, and doesn't want anything dirty. So it brings everything dirty out. We should pay attention to nature. Nature is always speaking to us.
Thank you. Here's your.
All right, so you see the gutter in front of you. It's okay, no. try and make sure that you actually, take it out. I will say everything starts from you. So you have to make the first move. You have to solve that problem, and later you focus on the others. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you. And where can we find you on social?
Everywhere from YouTube, BUZSTOPBOYS, Buzstopboys, everywhere, Buzstopboys, YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, Thread, X, and as a Twitter. We grab by This is where we are. It's all about changing Ghana, building patriotism, because patriotism is an end game to all the problems we are facing. If all of us become patriotic, there is no way a minister will go and sign contract that will harm us in the future, because he knows as a patriotic citizen that should make sure that the interest of Ghana comes first. If you have patriotic leadership, a lot of things won't be happening. The assembly will no longer be arresting vehicles instead of doing its natural duty, which is keeping the society or the environment clean. So patriotism is an end game to our problems. Let's begin to be patriot people, national people, and make sure that whatever we do, it is always red, gold, and green colors that we seek to defend, and not otherwise.
Thank you so much, Yao, and thank you so much, Kojo. I've really enjoyed our conversation. In this conversation, I think I spoke more than our guests, but please forgive me, because it's something that is very dear to my heart. And I'm saying this, that let's support the Buzstopboys. Let's push for cleanliness in our community. Let's save our environment, and let's save lives. Thank you so much. Bye.
It's so easy. With Neptunes, yeah.
Fefe nefe, neke neke. Fefe nefe, we dey do am neke neke. Fefe nefe, neke neke. Fefe nefe, don't do me neke neke. 23 when I dey ball, oh, no come best my bubble. Nobody knows tomorrow. When you see me, show me some love, oh. I was dreaming for the corner, TM where better go.